This poetry is published in the book Hold Your Own by Tempest, the winner of the Ted Hughes Award for Poetry. Page 55 and 56. The poem is named The Old Dogs Who Fought So Well. It struck me in the morning. I was in Ireland, terrified in a tiny tent. Outside, a storm was gathering gale force, and I was going out of my mind with the guilt. The drugs had made me a monster out of my face. In my head, I was listening to Chopin, and I was reading Joyce, and I was in love with them for being so human and for saying it all so well. I felt myself shrinking and desperate and worthless, and I wondered if they ever felt like the most alone and despicable people in all of Poland or Paris or Dublin or the world. I could see him, Chopin, thin and pale at his piano stool, sicker every day, watching his hands getting older. I could see Joyce, tearful behind his eye patch, throwing himself into it in a dark room as dark as wet earth, and I smiled to myself and stopped trying to sleep. The wind was still making an orchestra out of the tent, but it wasn't a requiem anymore. 3 mornings later, I woke up and reached for one of the books by the bed. It was Bukowski. I opened him at a random and read a poem I'd not read before. It was called How to Be a Great Writer. And in it, he said, remember the old dogs who fought so well. Hemingway, Celine, Dostoevsky, Hamsun. If you think they didn't go crazy in tiny rooms, just like you're doing now, without women, without food, without hope, then you're not ready. And I laughed out because it's always the way. When you're alone and feeling like you could jump off the edge of the world, that's when you find them and they tell you all they went through. And it has been the same thing. And it makes you feel special because you feel like of all the people in all the world, these years dead writers wrote whatever it was that made the blood run in your veins again, just for you. And you say their names out loud when you walk in the city in the middle of the night and you feel close to something timeless. You feel like someone just lay you down on your back and showed you the sky. The end.